Casanova Cat is a 1951 Tom and Jerry cartoon, directed, of course, by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera. And in this one, Tom goes to visit Toots in her new apartment, and he's brought Jerry along with him as a gift. And as much as I don't agree with animal cruelty, the way he presents Jerry is rather hilarious and very creatively done, very well animated. I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And he begins to impress Toots, or tries to impress Toots, and you can never quite tell what Toots is thinking. And he does all of these things involving Jerry, using him as a yo-yo, tying him into bows. There is one point where he gets covered in, I believe it was cigarette ash, and he has a kind of blackface moment, Jerry does. And it was very peculiar. I'm not 100% sure that's what they were trying to do, or parody, or incorporate. But certainly, given the time of it, it feels like that would have been intentional. A little bit awkward, but it is brief and, fleeting. It's not the bulk of the episode. And eventually Jerry gets a second to himself, and he decides the only way he can get out of this situation is to send a message to Butch. Butch, of course, being a friend of Tom's, but also a rival, because Butch always wants Toots' affection. And more often than not, Toots gives Butch attention. But whether or not that's going to be the case here, I'm not going to say. But I liked it. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, having it set in Toots' apartment gives us a different location, a different setting. Jerry, the way Tom manipulated him, visually worked very well, aside from the aforementioned. And including Butch was a really good idea, because I really like Butch as a character. I have a soft spot for Butch. So it's got everything going for it. It's not one of my favourites. I did find it to be very cute, quite funny, very well developed, good pacing, very well animated. There is nothing about this, apart from the cigarette ash, that I would change. But it's not one of my all-time favourites, because it just doesn't have that spark. That's something to make it a little bit more unique than the rest. But nevertheless, not every cartoon can be the absolute best, but I did thoroughly enjoy it, and if you're a fan of Tom and Jerry, and you have yet to see it, I definitely recommend Casanova Cat.